Welcome to part 3 of our Chicago Composers Orchestra composer interview series here that we're releasing on Facebook and our website. Hope you've been enjoying so far. I'm here with Sarah Ritch, who will be one of our 5 composers featured on the concert coming up in June. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your life as a composer, and your life in Chicago.
Okay, hello everyone. Well, I am not originally from Chicago. I come from Las Vegas. Nevada in general. In Las Vegas, I started out playing in bands, guitar, bass, mostly writing punk and metal, or metal-inspired punk. And I think I enjoyed writing songs that I got to kind of work from their conception and work with all the different parts. I enjoyed that the most, and so I decided to leave the nest and go see if I could learn more about music and maybe try to compose, which is what brought me to Chicago. I've been here about 7 or 8 years. I started at Roosevelt University, got my bachelor's there. Then I decided for something a little different and did a post-baccalaureate at the School of the Art Institute and did a lot with computer music, sound installation, a lot of electronics in general. And I left there a little confused about my self-identity and took some time off and actually started an ensemble with my husband, Orion Cardozzoli, with his good friend Corey Tiffin, a great clarinetist, and Lisa Dell, who is a really innovative and a great publicist. So we started Anaphora, and it was really a place for me to put some of my weird ideas together, and in a way it was a little selfish, a way for me to discover myself also. So in discovering myself, I've become more tonal, oddly, and decided to go back to school for computer science. So instead of merging the two personalities, I've kind of split them apart more, and now, doing some straight computer science and doing some very tonal melodic music. Separate, but eventually, I might like to bring them together. That's about where I am right now.
We'll be featuring a piece of yours that not originally written for this performance, but you've expanded, rearranged, a piece called For the Mute. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. This was a piece that I originally did during my undergrad. It was kind of like my grand finale piece. It was going to be on my senior recital. And it was originally for a smaller chamber orchestra, a stripped down string section, but with a larger winds section, which is a little unusual because I'm a string player. So I thought the piece, conceptually, I was happy with it, but there were some technical things that I wasn't entirely pleased with, and so I was really happy that CCO asked me to kind of have the chance to rework this. I've added a complete new section in there. I've reworked some of the parts that I wasn't happy with originally. I added it's for a full symphony now and with harp, which I haven't worked much with harp before, so I'm excited about that. And there's some unique percussion elements that I'll leave for the concert. But it will be...
so I shouldn't spoil those.
You shouldn't spoil it. You should not spoil it. What should I say? It'll be disastrous? Maybe that's not a good way. That's not a good way to describe it. Explosive? Explosive is a good word.
Terrifying?
Maybe a little terrifying, yeah.
Maybe.
It's called For the Mute because I wanted to make a sonic scream for those people who can't express their pain. And so this is a scream for them, for the people who can't speak, who can't say what the pain they're going through.
All right. Well, thanks for that. We're looking forward to hearing it on the concert. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Sarah. And we're looking forward to the performance in June. Tune in next week for our 4th composer.